not so easy to spot in these conditions, but there's a few down in this corner around this weed bed, and the water's really clouded up down in this corner, so there's certainly been some activity down there. But I've seen them cruising in and around this weed bed and up and down the channel, so I have found some fish, but they're not the big ones. I haven't seen anything really big yet. It's really blowing up strong, so whether the fish are going to get on this wind and follow it down the lake, I don't know, but at the moment they seem to be on the back of it. Well, I'm going to be using a fair bit of bait. Last time I've been here, last couple of times actually, it seemed like the more bait you put out, the more it sort of switched the fish on. They certainly do like a bit of food in here, so I'm going to sort of follow what Paul puts in here to a certain extent. He puts a fair bit of maize in, so I've got a little bit there, but I've got a load of maize to put out. I've also bought some of my own hemp, a few buckets of that. I love using hemp wherever I go, so I've got an absolute load of that to put out. But Paul actually makes his own bait on site here, and it's one of the best food baits you'll ever find. It really is good, and he's formulated it purely to give the most benefit to his fishing here, but he also sells it at a good price to his members, and so I've got a fair bit of that to put out. There's quite a few kilos of that, and it's a really good bait. These are just sort of rough chops, sort of pillows, but they're fine for baiting up. But the fish are used to seeing that, so you know, I like the idea of putting that around the various markers what we've already got out there on the plateau. He leaves markers out there on the spots a lot of the time in this swim, and well, they're a good gauge to whether the fish are here or not, because literally when the fish are here, those marker poles bang all over the place. So also the fish are used to getting fed on those spots, so they know food's going to be there, and they're used to seeing this food. But I'm also going to be putting out some of my own stuff as well. I've got the CG Active, which has been pretty good this year wherever I've used it really. Another one that Gary Bays has given me to have a little go at. Not out yet. He hasn't actually got a name for this one, but a really sort of pungent, fishy smelling bait. He rates that highly, and he knows what he's talking about for sure, so I'll give that a go. Rig wise, I'm going to keep things fairly simple as I normally do. Little size 7 fang twister on the combi link, and as usual I haven't stripped any of that combi link back. I never do these days apart from the hair, so that's straight through, as I say, very simple. And little snowman set up, and on there is one of those little test baits from Gary Bays with a snowman, like I say, and a little citrus pop-up just balancing it. It's a nice little rig, so hopefully the carp will find it to their taste. But I'm going to get this out there, and well, we'll see if we can catch one or two. Well, it looks like almost perfect conditions at the moment really. If you was going to ask for anything, it would be this. It's been 35, 34 sort of degrees over the last week or so, very hot. The fish have spawned, and now it's cooled down. We've got some nice wind, bit of breeze, bit of rain. The only thing I would say, the wind's blowing really the wrong direction for this swim. It's blowing from behind, but I know they do follow the wind, but they soon get back on it, so hopefully that's what you're going to do. But Paul's just gone out there, put some bait out, bless him, so we're going to get a bit of food in the swim, and he said, you know, at least the food's there for when the fish do turn up, so he's confident they're going to turn up, and yeah, fingers crossed they do. It's been quiet at the moment, no bites so far, haven't really seen any fish. Paul saw one this morning, so all we can hope is that the fish do turn up here at some stage, which I'm pretty sure they will. So I'll be well clear of the lines, and yeah, that's much better. Well, it's amazing what a difference a night makes. Yesterday was quite frustrating. Fish were literally all over the baits, but well, for whatever reason they weren't getting down on the baits, but they're up this morning anyway. And this is one of those beautiful little scaly carp that I was talking about, that Grenville's famous for. I mean, have a look at that. It's nice to catch the big uns, and it's nice to catch fish like this as well. I don't mind how big they are when it's an old saying, don't matter how big they are when they look like this, because it is absolutely gorgeous. And that's what I love about Grenville. You know, you've got different strains in here. You've got big ones, commons, mirrors, levers, but I love catching these little scaly ones like this. Not monster, £23, but what a lovely wake up call, eh? Absolutely gorgeous. Well, they were jumping literally all over me baits all day yesterday, and I did wonder if I was ever going to get a bite. It was incredible the amount of activity, but they just weren't on it yesterday. But this morning, a couple of bites anyway. Nice little one, about £23, and this one, which is a little bit bigger, must be getting close to £30, so just give them a quick one. Bigger than what I thought, actually. 35 and a half. That's a bit of a surprise. I knew it was a nice fish, certainly give a good account of itself, but I was thinking high 20s, maybe 30, and it's 35 and a half pounds. Oh, well, that is fantastic anyway. Beautiful big Grenvilles Carp. Fish. I mean, they are stunning, these fish, absolutely lovely. And yeah, I thought he was fighting hard. He's a bit bigger than what I thought he was. What a lovely way to start the day.